Let's be real, we all use social media. It's where we connect, share our lives, and yeah, sometimes even find romance. We're building relationships and trusting people online every single day. But what happens when that trust gets flipped around and used as a weapon against you? Think about it for a second. How often do you hop on a video call? It feels so much more personal and direct, right? A great way to really connect. But what if that connection, that private moment, was being recorded, twisted, and held over your head to threaten everything you care about? Imagine that message popping up on your screen. Your stomach just drops. It's a terrifying threat that turns your private life into a public nightmare. And for a scary number of people, this isn't just a what-if scenario. It's a devastating reality. To really get a handle on how this happens, let's dive into a real story that was recently shared on a Facebook post. It's a perfect and pretty scary example of how a seemingly innocent online chat can spiral into a total crisis. So it all began in a way that's probably familiar to a lot of us. This person, just living their life, working a job, starts talking to someone new online. And you know how it is. They were excited, they started sharing their feelings, and day by day, that trust just got stronger and stronger. It felt totally real. And that trust, well, that's what led to sharing more private, more intimate moments. But then, an email lands in their inbox. And inside, their own secret photos and videos, the very things they thought they were sharing in confidence. The connection they built, it was all a lie. It was a trap. And with that email came the punch to the gut, the demand, 10 lakh rupees. Just a staggering amount of money, demanded with the threat of total public humiliation. The person on the other end wasn't a friend anymore. They were a blackmailer. You know, this incredibly cruel form of blackmail actually has a name, sextortion. It's when a scammer uses your most private, intimate moments against you, basically holding your life and reputation for ransom unless you pay up. So, how do these predators actually operate? This isn't just random. It's a cold, calculated process. It's all designed to play on our emotions and exploit our trust. Let's break down their playbook. And their method follows this chillingly predictable path. First, they build that connection, making you feel special, making you feel seen. Second, they work hard to gain your trust, becoming your closest confidant. Third, they encourage you to share those intimate moments. And finally, bam. Once they have what they need, the blackmail begins. They literally turn your own feelings into a weapon against you. Okay, so we understand the threat, and we see the method. But the big question is, how can you spot these predators before you get tangled up in their web? Let's talk about the warning signs. The key here is to be a little skeptical and just observant. How can you tell the difference between a genuine person looking for a connection and a fake account that's just designed to trap you? Well, thankfully, there are some pretty clear signs you can look for. It all starts with their profile. Look for the red flags. Are there any actual personal photos? Or does it look like a bunch of stock images? Is their personal info super vague or just missing? If a profile feels kind of empty, or honestly, if it seems too good to be true, you gotta trust your gut. It's probably a fake. Knowing the red flags is a huge first step. But now let's talk about the mindset and the actions you can take to actively protect yourself while still, being able to enjoy the good parts of social media. So this is really the crucial point. The solution isn't to just delete all your accounts and go live in a cave. Not at all. It's about being more aware. You can still connect with people, make new friends, and share your life, but you've got to do it smartly with a healthy dose of caution. And this right here is the single most important piece of advice. Before you share your deep personal secrets, verify who you're talking to. Are they really who they say they are? A quick reverse image search on their profile pic can work wonders. In the story we just talked about, the victim thought they knew the person, but the name on the blackmail email was completely different. Take that extra step. This quote from our source material really says it all. Before you hit send on that photo, that video, or that super personal message, just pause. Take a second. Think about how that could be used against you. A tiny moment of caution can save you from a massive amount of regret down the line. Now, while that demand for money is absolutely terrifying, we have to understand that the damage from these scams goes so much deeper. The financial loss, believe it or not, is often just the beginning. The real threat here, the long-term danger, is the total destruction of your reputation and your personal life. These scammers hold the power to expose your most private self to your friends, your family, your coworkers, everyone. The shame and the emotional trauma from that can be absolutely devastating and can last for years. And here is the final and honestly the most chilling warning. Paying the ransom gives you absolutely no guarantee of safety. A lot of these criminals will take your money and still release your private content. And why? Sometimes just for fun. They get a thrill out of the power and the destruction they cause. Your pain is literally their entertainment. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. In a world where so much of our lives are lived online, how safe is your identity, really? The connections we make are valuable, for sure, but our privacy is priceless. Protect it.